Sup guys, I'm AUSSIE METALHEAD. I'm going through a bunch of classic albums. I've already been doing Kanye's discography, so I'm going to be doing what I've left off, which is I just did Jesus a while ago, but now I'm doing Life of Pablo. I have only heard like the names of a few of these songs before, like Ultralight Beam, Say Pablo, No More Parties in LA, Fade, Famous are mentioned, but I've never heard any of them. The only thing I know about Famous is the I Made That Bitch Famous. I've heard I Love Kanye, I think, as well. But the only song I've actually listened to is Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. I haven't listened to Part 2. Uh, so everyone talks about Ultralight Beam being insane. That's the first track that's up here, so I'm curious. I'm gonna get into it.
We don't want no devils in the house. Yes, we Lord. Want the Lord. Yes, Jesus. Yes, God. Yes. Jesus, praise the Lord. Yes, God. Hallelujah, God. Yes. We don't want no devils in the house. Yes, we want the Lord. Yes,
I'm trying to keep my faith. We on a ultralight beam. We on a ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream.
It's been so long since I've listened to Kanye, but I'm not used to his stuff, like his singing being so beautiful and stuff like that. Like I feel like the only like um the only introduction I've had to something like this is probably Father Stretch My Hands. I haven't listened to anything off Ye, which I think is in similar vein. I haven't listened to anything Kids See Ghost. Like I've only done chronological order. Um, it's a really beautiful start. And it kind of makes me wonder what people mean by the Life of Pablo apparently is like a collection of all of his sounds up until this point. But this one's a very new sound. Like this is not what he's done before. Um, which I'm sorry to rant a tiny bit because you'd probably want me to straight away go to the ultralight beam, but like it is kind of like it is one of the things I really do respect about Kanye, despite the fact that I am growing more distasteful and tired from his antics, um, is the fact that every single album is incredibly different. It is in a completely new sound, and no one does that in their career. No one is able to make 7 classics in a row, all being different sounds. Like the only one you could say is not that different is maybe Watch the Throne, but that's still different because it's like a more normal record by him. And he hasn't really done anything like that, except maybe Late Registration is like more in the normal category because jazz rap at the time, but still very different. And it's something that I massively respect for his artistry, and I think yeah, I like, despite all of his antics lately, the his talent is undeniable, and his work ethic and his discography is undeniable. Um, and it's gonna be funny if this ends up being another 10 because he's had him. This is so. Wait, no, he hasn't had 7 in a row. He's had 6 out of 7 albums in the start be a 10 for me, and my average rating is a 6. I've listened to like 500 plus albums in the last like 4 months. Um, and it's just if this is another 10, it's gonna make me look so fucking stupid because I only have like 40 10 out of 10s, and Kanye already has like 6 of them. Yeah.
This is everything. This is everything. Deliver us serenity. Deliver us peace. Deliver us love. And we know we need it. You know we need it.
It feels like he's delving so much more into the church and gospel aspect, which I knew was part of the Life of Pablo, but it was something that I massively appreciated in the College Dropout that I don't feel like he had in a lot of his other records. Like Graduation definitely didn't have it, My Beautiful Dark Fantasy didn't have it, Yeezus didn't have it, Late Registration to my knowledge didn't have it. And it's something that like I massively appreciate in art. Like my favorite albums usually by people like rap albums are usually by people that are religious, even though I'm atheist myself, because there seems to especially like a grounding religion, where like Paul Pete Rock and CL Smooth's Mecca and the Soul Brother, or like a lot of Mad Villainy stuff has like his religion coming in a tiny bit, like the groundedness of it. Or his like ideology, because I don't know if he was religious, but I know his parents were Pan-Africanist and that sort of thing. Like I very much appreciate. And in College Dropout, that it was littered throughout. And I don't like preachy stuff, but like even Jay Ivy's verse on "Never Let You Down" is like I like that shit. Like that's some good artistry. So like the gospel um aspects, I very much miss, and I'm glad that he's going to heavily lean into it.
You know when it. Pray for Paris. Pray for the parents. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is a God dream.
I didn't know how influential this album is, right? Like one of my favorite like pieces of media of all time is Euphoria Season 1, and I think it's because Labyrinth's soundtrack is just so gorgeous, and he has a lot of gospel aspects to it, and I didn't realize when now listening to this, a lot of the Euphoria Season 1 soundtrack has a lot of Life of Pablo in it. I didn't know that this album was like influential because yeah, I don't know, that's so strange to me because all of his albums are influential. Like you can kind of hear a lot of stuff, especially 808s and Heartbreak, obviously, the most influential album in the last like 20 years. But I didn't know that this album was influential because no one references it. It's like, oh, yeah, Life of Pablo. This is like I don't hear artists reference it, but Labyrinth in Euphoria Season 1, like this vibe, and this sound and stuff like that feels massively similar to this track.
We on a ultralight beam. We on a ultralight beam.
Oh.
This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. Everything. I'm trying to keep my faith, but I'm looking for more. Somewhere I can feel safe, and in my holy war, I'm trying to keep my faith.
Why send depression, not blessings? Why, oh why you do me wrong? You persecute the weak because it makes you feel so strong. Don't have much strength to fight, so I look to the light to make these wrongs turn right. Head up high, I look to the light. Hey, cause I know that you'll make everything alright. And I know that you'll take good care of your child.
It's hard, like, just a quick, I don't know, the dynamic of being on camera, it's kind of hard to get emotional because obviously you know you're being perceived by a lot of people, right? Fuck her, but like her voice, it feels like it's tapping into your soul. Jesus fucking Christ. This is beyond beautiful, and it makes like I know the concept of the record, which is like you have like the gospel and then you have just a big ass on the cover, and my understanding interpretation of that because this is a concept record is like he really wants to follow in the Lord's footsteps. He wants to be like a religious, righteous man, right? But his addictions, most importantly, like his porn addiction, his sex addiction, all that stuff, which he always talks about, leads him astray. And it's and I feel like we're in a particular like somewhat dark time with Kanye, where like a lot of his addictions and a lot of his like maladaptive behaviors are steering him astray. And it feels like I don't know, parts of me have given up on him because it's like it's happened so many times. He's quite old now. He's like 50 something. I don't know what if he'll be able to like lead down the right path again. But and it makes me miss. This is parasocial. Who gives a fuck? But it makes me miss that like I didn't know about like I knew vaguely about this record, but like listening to this, it's like and this I know this goes into criticisms that he doesn't like, but like the old Kanye, but it's like not even old Kanye, not even College Dropout Kanye. Please just go back to this Kanye that is clearly like using religion as like a way to heal your soul and to ground yourself. Like this is beautiful, gorgeous shit.
Oh, no longer am I the night, 'cause I honor to the
When they come
light.
for you, I will shield your name. I will field their questions. I will feel your pain. No one can judge. They don't know. They don't know. Foot on the devil's neck till it drifted Pangea. I'm moving all my family from Chatham to Zambia. Treat the demons just like Pam. I mean, I fuck with your friends, but damn, Gina, I've been this way since Arthur was Anteater. Now they wanna hit me with the woo out the bam. Trying to snap photos of family. My daughter look just like Sia. You can't see her. You can feel the lyrics, the spirit coming in braille. Tumbling of the underground, come and follow the trail. I made Sunday candy, I'm never going to hell. I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail. He said let's do a good ass job with Chance 3. I hear you gotta sell it to snatch the Grammy. Let's make it so free and the bar so hard that it ain't one gosh darn part. You can't tweet. This is my part, nobody else speak. This is my part, nobody else speak. This little light of mine. Glory be to God, yeah. I'ma make sure that they go where they can't go. If they don't wanna ride, I'ma still give them raincoats. Know what God said when he made the first rainbow? Just notice at the end if I'm too late for the intro. I'm just having fun with it. You know that a nigga was lost. I laugh in my head cause I bet that my ex looking back like a pillar of salt. Cause they flipped the script on your ass like Wesley and Spike. You cannot mess with the light. Look at the channel from 79. We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything.
Yes, God. Hallelujah.
Everything. I'm trying to keep my faith,
Yes, Jesus.
but I'm looking for more. Somewhere I can feel safe, and in my holy war.
Father, this prayer's for everyone that feels they're not good enough. This prayer's for everybody that feels that they're too messed up. For everyone that feels they said I'm sorry too many times. You can never go too far when you can't come back home again. That's why I need...
I'm not like, it feels, it's probably something I have to grapple with. There's something about gospel, and this was, and religious sort of stuff where like it does hit into your soul in a certain way, and I can understand why, um, you could devote yourself to the religion, um, even if it's like just culturally, like you say you believe in it, and then, let's say you don't go through the commandments or whatever. There's like a level of comfort with, like within the religion of being able to always reform yourself in the eyes of the Lord and stuff like that. There's like a very powerful um message there. My brain, for whatever reason, like if you are religious, like it's just I can't believe in it, but I used to always think about the logic of all of it, right? But when I think about it like in a concept sort of like in a soul concept sort of way, and like I know an emotional way, um I'm more open to that now. And I really respect it. Like before I used to be like an edgy atheist. Now I kind of respect religions quite a lot, because it gives so much meaning to people's lives. And that sounds I know like cliche or a platitude, but I can sense that feeling. Like they feel something, like I guess to use the terminology, they feel something divine about gospel music, stuff like this, where it kind of just hits a certain part of you that other stuff just doesn't. And I'm more open to that feeling now, where I used to feel closed off because of all that sort of stuff. I'm more open to that feeling. I don't think I'll ever become religious, but I feel like I probably will always be religious curious and allow like my heart open to it, to the emotional aspects of it. This is I it's weird because I didn't expect it. Like a lot, Ethereal on my Discord is the one that set me up on Kanye. And he said that this portion of Kanye's career, like Yay and Life of Pablo, is rather underrated because people usually talk about College Dropout, My Bill for Doctor's Fantasy, and stuff like that. And then it, said that like these albums are just as good or around the same level, right? Um, and as much as I've heard that and I've been open to that, I never fully like believed it could be the case. But like Ultralight Beam is one of Kanye's best songs. And it's crazy he was able to do this. When we talk about years, it's actually not that insane. Like, what, 12 years into his career, he's able to make one of his best songs. That's not that insane. I'm more bigger gravitas should be is like in his eighth fucking album. His eighth album. Ninth if you consider the orchestra, but I don't know if that's like a different. That doesn't count it to me. Because it's not like a different body of work. It's like a rendition of a body of work. But yeah, that was. I think that is the best intro to any Kanye album. Yeah, one of his best songs. Jesus Christ. And then you go into Father Stretch My Hands. I've heard this a billion times because I just love it so much.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. I just wanna feel liberated.
I already knew this song was like one of my favorites in Kanye's entire discography, right? But coming into it from Ultralight Beam, it already felt like this was such a grand, emotional, like warm, heart-filled song. That was a banger. But coming in from Ultralight Beam, it has a different flavor to it. Yeah, fuck me. Um, yeah, it's just it's really amazing.
I just wanna feel liberated. If I ever instigated, I'm sorry.
This feels like I already knew it when I was listening to this song, but especially this song, it feels like no other person could make this song apart from Kanye. There's no other human being that could make this. Um, he like I feel like I get trepidatious ascribing so much glaze, let's say, to Kanye West due to his recent behavior and his lack of wanting to get better sort of stuff. Because it feels like it's sort of tarnishing his legacy. But like a part of me like there feels like an injustice in some way if we don't acknowledge the unique talent that he has, and that's actually a part of like it's not the main harm that's being done. Like his behavior and the victims of it are the main things, like his harassment of Kim Kardashian, and his bringing Andrew Tate around his kids, fucking the turmoil that he's putting Bianca through when it comes to crashing out all the time, and not getting help, his Nazism, all of that sort of stuff, right? The people affected by that are the main victims, but I feel like, I guess like a more holistic approach to me is to also acknowledge that a massive victim is not Kanye, but like his art. Because his art is unique. He's a uniquely talented individual. And I it's weird because I don't necessarily fully believe in separating art from the artist because it's always interconnected in some way, but there's a part of it that I do agree with, where separate like art in itself, like the death of the author, is a working, breathing organism that enriches so many people's lives. And I feel like a like a bit of injustice that's happening with writing Kanye off is his art is so uniquely talented and uniquely beautiful, and he could only do it. Um, and it feels like I know we're partly losing sight of that, and I think it's important to not lose sight of it because of how I just love art. Art is one of the most important parts of human experience, or maybe the most important part. And yeah, he had a unique grasp on, and he's a unique artist, like a unique grasp on art.
Tell me who in here can relate. Now if I fuck this model and she just bleach her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole. I was high when I met her. We was down.
It is funny. It is funny for me to say that entire art spiel right into what's considered like one of his most crass parts of his lyrics, but you just heard Ultralight Beam and the first start of Father Stretch My Hands. I think you can understand.
She get under your skin if you let her. She get under your skin. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to say nothing. Everybody gon' say something. I'll be worried if they say nothing. Remind me where I know you from. She looking like she owe you something. You know just what we want. I wanna wake up with you in mind. You're so morning. Beautiful morning. You're the sun of my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. I just wanna feel liberated. I just wanna feel liberated. If I ever instigated, I'm sorry. Tell me who ain't here can relate.
Alright, I've heard Father Stretch My Hands. I haven't heard part 2. Apparently, I've heard people shit on it, so I'm gonna keep with an open mind. But that's the context I'm coming into it.
Perfect. I told.
Up in the morning, miss you bad. Sorry I ain't call you back. Same problem my father had. All this time, all he had, and what?
Wait, why do people shit on it? Like, it doesn't feel as like grand because of the lack of gospel influence and stuff like that. We might have it in the future, but like, this is good. Like he's fucking flowing on this beat.
All this cash, market crash, heard him bad. People get divorced for that. Drop some stacks, pops is good. Mama passed in Hollywood. If you ask, lost my soul, driving fast, lost control, off the road. Jaw was broke. Remember we always broke. Remember I'm coming back. I'll be taking all the stacks.
I got broads in Atlanta. Just to lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the list in the drum. Legacies, family. Wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana. Honey killers on the helmets.
Alright, wait, I know this is the designer, and I know this is like literally his the really popular track by him. I don't know when, because this was released in 2016. I'm pretty sure they were both released at the same time. Did this come out first, and then it was like the sample of a song that was about to come out, or did this song already exist and then he sampled it? I'm not entirely sure. It was in June 10th this, so I'm assuming it was maybe like I don't know, maybe it was the like soft launching designer's like single. I have no clue.
Legacies, family. Wait and see.
But I fucking love this track. Like I was 15 when this song came out, or 14 when this popped up. So I was in the middle of high school. In Australia we don't have middle school. We just have middle school and high school all put together. Kind of sus. There's a lot of grade 11s and 12s dating grade 7s and 8s. Fucking weird. But yeah, this track bangs, and if it like feels nostalgic because that's my high school experience.
Pockets full, Danny, selling ball, candy. Man on the macho like Randy. The chopper go out to for granted. This nigga bullet you bandit. Hope we killers understand it. Hey. I just wanna feel liberated. Panda.
Take it off, stack.
I get broads in Atlanta, twisted up lean and shit, sippin' fountain. Credit cards in the scammers, wake up beside your shit, that design, whole bunch of ladder shit. They be acting rats, I know we clapping shit. I be pulling us up in the finest shit. I got plenty of stuff with Bugatti, but look how I try this shit. Black is 6, found why is he killing no comma?
It's such a gorgeous part. Something that it's like a smaller detail because Kanye is obviously seen as a trendsetter in a lot of ways, and I don't even know if other people use it as much. But one thing that like I feel like is often not spoken about is how fucking insane like the use of vocoder. Like no one does that. From like you have like autotune, you have like vocoder-esque like experiences, but the way he uses the vocoder, it feels very unique to Kanye, like with the Runaway, and then I'm pretty sure some vocoder stuff in other tracks. His use of vocoder is like a very interesting experience because I haven't really like I've listened to a lot of albums now. I haven't gone through like I'm still doing the 150 classics or whatever, so I haven't gone through a lot of it. So maybe one of them touches on it, but like I haven't really heard vocoder stuff much, and that feels like a very unique Kanye stuff that Kanye ism that people don't bring up too much. But that might just be the fact that like someone else uses vocoder a lot and he took it from them, maybe like Death Grips or something. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a really cool aspect of his music that like he sprinkles in here and there. I feel, especially from since My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Do you turn to? How do I find you?
Here Comes Famous. I haven't heard the track. I only heard the chorus, and I've heard like remnants of it because it was such a cultural landmark. Like as someone that was growing up at the time, I didn't really even know Kanye. Like I didn't listen to his music. The only song I've heard was Power because I loved the Saints Row the Third trailer, and I knew Bound too because my mum was annoyed by it because she just doesn't like the Kardashians and stuff like that. And yeah, I heard Famous because it was all on the news. This track was all over the news, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like he has the same pull like that. That it was like a unique cultural moment. Like no other, like at this point in time, no other artist would be able to get the same like immediate attention as he did with this track. I feel.
Man, I can understand how it
Rihanna?
might be
That's Rihanna?
hard to love a girl like me. I don't blame you much for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know.
No one, like when people talk about Famous, they just talk about like the wax suits and kind of creepy music video. But like the beat is fucking insane. What the hell?
Swiss only let the beat rock. For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Goddamn. I made that bitch famous.
Well, I have a love-hate relationship already with this track rap because like there is an unhinged amount of Kanye fans that will just drag Taylor Swift so much, and like if any, like to be fair, she's like, if we're talking in a broad perspective, I actually kind of believe that like if you're looking at his stunt, I can kind of understand why he did the stunt, and it doesn't play well because it plays into like the angry black man trope. It plays into a bunch of this stuff, and no one likes this. Like when you have this really blinked out Kanye running up to this country rich white girl that's blonde with blue eyes and being like, hey, you don't fucking deserve this. Give it to a black woman. It plays into a shit ton of stereotypes and a shit ton of racist stuff that is not on Kanye, that is on society for having that. And if you actually looked at the like merits of things, which no one would talk about, and that's a part of the issue with what Kanye did, is like not under, I guess like not having the same awareness that no one will actually think about like the actual snubbing that happened there, which is Taylor Swift did not deserve that fucking reward. She actually didn't. Now, like, I don't even remember what song it was. I was like, Enchanted or something like that. That was the music video. And the one that she was going up against, and we can all agree with this, Single Ladies is one of the most iconic music videos of all time. He wasn't wrong. Like when I'm thinking of music videos, single A's might be like top 1 or 3 that comes to my mind, and I don't even listen to Beyonce. So like that snub is insane, and he did it, and that part of it did help her fame and stuff like that. But she wasn't. It's not like she got the award and she was the one that was like, yeah, I will take the award. It's the Academy that's the problem. It's the VMA Awards, because I think it was the VMA Awards. Those are the victims. So like the level, like in this track being like, I made that bitch famous or whatever, focusing on Taylor feels weird. Especially despite the fact that I know there's like some drama around of like, did he actually get permission, whether all this sort of stuff. I have no idea about that drama. I know there's like 2 sides, and I think apparently like they did get permission because I see video recordings, but maybe that was chopped up. Who knows? But with this track, focusing on the Taylor Swift part, I think is needlessly thrown a shit ton of hate towards someone who is a beneficiary of a racist system, but it's not her fault. And now I see comment sections every single day and on TikTok and all this sort of stuff, which is just continuous harassment towards Taylor Swift. I don't even listen to her music. I don't even like her, or anything like that. But it's like that aspect of this song kind of actually makes it feel a bit weird, because I know where his fan base took this, and it is for like a decade just shitting on Taylor Swift. And I don't know if there's like more info about like Taylor maybe being bad or whatever. I have no idea, but that does feel weird. And also, I think he calls out Taylor Swift a lot, like not calls out, but like mentions her a lot to instigate harassment towards her. So as much as this track is a fucking banger, and all this stuff is outside of it, and you can maybe separate the art from the others from this, it does paint it a tiny bit weird, despite the fact that so far in the track, it sounds like a generationally fucking good song.
They got dick from Kanye West. If you see him in the streets, give him Kanye's best. Why? They mad they ain't famous. Goddamn. They mad they still nameless. Talk that talk, man. A man in the store trying to try his best, but he just can't seem to get Kanye fresh. But we still hood famous. Goddamn. Yeah, we still hood famous.
I just wanted you to know I've loved you better than your own candy. From the very start, I don't blame you much for wanting to be free.
Wake up, Mr. West.
I just wanted you to know.
I be Puerto Rican Day Parade floating. That Benz Marina Del Rey coasting. She in school to be a real estate agent. Last month I helped her with the car payment. Young and we alive. We never gonna die. I just copped a jet to fly over personal debt. Put one up in the sky. The sun is in my eyes. Woke up and felt the vibe. No matter how hard they try, we never gonna die.
I just wanted you to know.
This is such a dynamic fucking track. It's actually insane. I've been recently listening to MF Doom. I listened to Mad Villainy and Food Rap. So I'm going to be that's what's fresh in my mind. So I'm going to use that. I kind of feel like it makes sense why MF Doom always said that he wanted to work with Kanye West, and that they were friends, and why Kanye West and him would be friends. Because they actually have like a unique like artistry with the thinking outside the box but still with such mental quality, with like the amount of dynamicism in this track and throughout Kanye's career within the songs that he's doing. Is like he's really a fucking creative at heart, and that feels like very much the same with MF Doom, even though like Madlib was the one that was producing beats on Mad Villainy. Food is all himself produced, and that is an extremely like eclectic sounding album with the production, and is like those 2 albums are some of my favorites of all. Mad Villainy is my favorite of all time due to how eclectic all the sounds are, and MF Doom is probably my favorite rapper at the moment. Kanye West historically would be, but with his behavior, my brain is kind of wanting to gear to see if I can find someone else, and MF Doom is like the only one that I can feel like, if I listen to his entire discography, fuck, maybe he could be my favorite rapper just because it would personally make me feel a bit better. But like Kanye West and MF Doom, the things that I love about them is the tapping into how unique and creative their soundscapes are, and no one would touch on these things. Like no one would like make these soundscapes. They're solely unique, and it is that like so fucking cool, and I love it. Like the bum 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 mixed with the intro with this, all of this on this album with Ultralight Beam. It's like a chaotic mess that is cohesive altogether, the same way that I felt with Mad Villainy and like Food and that, because all of the other albums with Kanye West, they're like sonically pretty they're like different, but they have like a theme, a sonic theme. This is like hodgepodging stuff together, but magically like sewing them all together. It's fucking amazing. And when someone is able to do that, it's so gorgeous. It's one of the reasons why I love Dark Side of the Moon as well. Like, it's, yeah, fucking amazing. Also, like, what? It's so silly because Kanye, like, he started out as a producer, right? And then he wanted to break the mold and become a producer rapper, and then everyone viewed him as that. And then he's like, actually, no, I'm a rapper. I'm not a producer rapper. I'm a real rapper. And then he actually has made some like my favorite verses of all time in rap. And then, fuck, like the origin story of him singing and how in this album it's a lot better than previous singing, and it's really fucking good. But like the origin of that with like Is It Good Life with showing it to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's like, who's singing that? He's like, oh, me. And he's like, oh, it's really good. And then that is like, he goes, oh fuck, I can sing, like I can, and then makes 808s and Heartbreak off of it. Which is, it shows like a humble like origin of Kanye, because I don't think there is anything he feels like he could not do now. And that's probably a part of his thing where it's like, oh, he started as producer, was one of the best producers of all time, and then was like, I'm gonna be a rapper, and then becomes one of the best rap artists of all time. And then someone's like, oh, you can sing, and he's like, oh fuck, I can probably do anything. And he probably already had that before, but yeah, it's just seeing his evolution artistically is so cool, and I'm so glad that I've done this chronologically. And he is one of the best to do it chronologically, because from the get-go he is insane. So yeah, but he is gorgeous here. He is absolutely gorgeous here. Like, his voice is so beautiful here.
From the very start, I don't
Is it him? Did I just go on a rant?
blame you much for wanting to be free.
I don't think that's him. Fuck me. I'm so sorry. One sec. Let me look it up. Famous genius. I don't even know if that's him. I just went on a rant. But he did sing before, which I very much fucked with. Yeah, it's Nina Simone. Oh shit. But I will admit, he did sing at the start, okay? My point doesn't necessarily stand with this instance, but it was, the remnants of it existed before.
I just wanted you to know.
I've never heard feedback before, and I've never heard people mention it, so I'm just curious about it. Let's see how this streams, because maybe, yeah, it's a bit lower, like low lights, freestyle, that sort of thing. Alright, we'll just go here because I accidentally clicked off.
Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. Money never made me. Made me do something, nah, can't make me. Even if the money low, can't pay me. Even if the money low, can't play me. Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. Pablo, bought a rollie and a rock wilder. Seem like the more fame I only got wilder. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. I've been out of my mind a long time. I've been out of my mind a long time. I be saying how I feel at the wrong time. Might not come when you want, but I'm on time. Hey, y'all heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. I can't let these people play me. Name one genius that ain't crazy. Follow our father, you borrowed our motto. I'm a Chicago South Sider. I'm a Chicago South Sider. Hey, y'all heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on your boy, had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. It's time to get the paper. I've been out of my mind a long time. I've been out of my mind a long time. I know, I shouldn't even bother with all these gossiping. No pussy getting bloggers. Fashion show in Gotham. I need another costume. Peter mad cause
Why the fuck does this one not have lyrics? Like, this is probably the one where it's like the lyrics are most like he's rapping his tits off, bro. Like, why is there no lyric page on it? I can understand why this one has a tiny bit less streams and stuff, but he is just rapping his ass off. The production is a bit more bare, but I feel like that's part of the appeal, where it just feels like he's I don't know. I actually really enjoy it. I don't know how to rate it because I want to rate it like up because like it hasn't lowered my enjoyment. Like my enjoyment is still staying the same. It feels apart from like maybe like Ultralight Beam and Father Stretch Band standing out a tiny bit more. Just the tiniest bit more though. But like this is still having the same level of enjoyment. Like it hasn't lowered my appreciation or enthusiasm in any capacity. So it's weird because I want to rate it very high because of that, but and like the same level, which is I have a 0 to 11 out of 10 scale because 11 is like the greatest songs of all time, which Ultralight Beam is obviously in, Father Stretch Band is obviously in. But with feedback, I know if it deserves that, it's just like it could be a 10. It's just like a perfect song to me. And I know, like, especially with this track, I'm assuming a lot of people would consider that glaze. Like, oh, this is not a 10. But it's like, I don't know, it hasn't lowered my enjoyment. He's rapping his tits off, and the beat kind of works. Like, kind of works all together. I like it a lot.
Made a jacket out of possum, awesome. Steve Jobs mixed with Steve Austin. Rich slave in the fabric store picking cotton. If Hove Jaden, every Jordan need a rhyming. Man, Jay, they don't really want no problems. Driving in the same car that they kill pocket. Driving in the same that they kill pocket. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, then the cops shot us.
Hold on. Wait a second. Everybody here, I'm gonna get an Oprah. You know what that means? You get a fur, you get a fur, you get a jet, you get a jet. Big booty bitch for you.
You know what? I might actually like. I might change my opinion on it, but like I'm gonna give it an 11 just as a placeholder. I might lower it to a 10, but like this is I love this.
You want me to give you a testimony about my life?
Again, another no lyrics. That's so cringe. Anyway, that was a beautiful start.
You want me to give you a testimony about my life and how good he's been to me. I don't know what to tell you about him. I love him so much with all my heart and my soul. With every bone in my body, I love him so much because he's done so much for me. Every morning.
Ooh, that dun dun dun. That I don't know which track that's from, but that sounds like it's from a previous Kanye song. Dun dun dun, like an 808s and Heartbreak. Dun dun dun. I don't know. It also makes sense because I'm pretty sure he like that dun 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 feels like a more crisp, updated version of an 808s part, which makes sense as I was saying, considering 808s and Live from the Hollywood Bowl had a imagining. Which please put that in fucking streaming services. I would love you so much. I know he hates streaming services, so he's never gonna do it. But fuck, I would love if that was on streaming services. And yeah, that's a cool little crisp callback. I like it.
I won't always be crying tears in the middle of the night, and I won't always have to wake up by myself wondering how I'm gonna get through the day. I won't always have to think about what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna make it, how I'm gonna get there, because he's gonna be there for me. Someday the sky above will open up and he will reach out his hand and guide me through. Oh yes, he will. I won't always be crying these tears I won't always be feeling so blue. Someday, he will open up the door for me and call my name. Someday he will. I don't know if anybody understands what that feels like. No matter what you've been through or where you've been, he's always there.
The albums I've been listening to lately, they have like really nice interludes and nice, yeah. And this is very much an interlude, which means it gets unrated. But if it was like if I were to rate interludes as much as like other songs, which I just think weights ratings of albums a bit too low, um, this would be a really high up there interlude. Like I really like this one. It doesn't fuck up the, as I was saying with feedback, it doesn't fuck up the flow of the album or anything like that. It doesn't lessen my appreciation. I'm not looking at the time being like, oh, like it doesn't do anything like that. Yeah, it's really good. I love it.
With his arms open wide, accepting me for who I am. And I love him so much. I couldn't do it without him. I wouldn't want to. Oh, I'm crying now. Feels so good to be free. To be accepted for who you are and loved no matter what. Oh, Lord, thank you. You are the joy of my life.
Tell my baby I'm back in town. Tell everybody I'm back in town. Tell my baby I'm back in town. We only making the highlight. Tell her mama that I only want my whole life to only be behind. We only making the highlight. Tell her mama that I only want my whole life to. Can we play that back one time? And after the night, I'ma wanna play this shit back. Oh no. Sometimes I wishing that my dick had GoPro, so I could play that shit back in slow-mo. I just shot an amateur video, I think I should GoPro. We only making the high. We only making the high. Tell her mama that I only want my whole life to.
One life, high life. Living the life till I die.
I bet me and Ray J will be friends if we ain't love the same bitch. Yeah, he matter hit it first. Only problem is I'm rich. 21 Grammys, superstar family. We the new Jacksons. So I'm about that action. I'm about the Farrakhan. Life is a marathon. I'ma shit the pair.
Farrakhan. That's Louis Farrakhan, right? That's an interesting drop because he didn't mention anything like that in Yeezus, right? And then in Watch the Throne, which was 2011, he was still on, like he was still very much like leaning more towards like left progressive sort of stuff by like shitting on Republicans. Louis Farrakhan dropping that here, it makes sense. 2016 was where he wore the Trump hat, all that sort of stuff. But this feels like in 2013, it seems like behind the scenes there was like remnants of his political change. But 2016 was when he like endorsed Trump and stuff like that. Farrakhan is an interesting person to fucking drop right like at 2016 as well, which means that like his anti-Semitic kick lately probably started around here as well. Like I thought the way that I viewed it like in my head was like his change was like 2013 insides, he has remnants of changing, and then like 2016 he's on the Trump train, and then he just maybe around like then 2018 he goes back to God and stuff like that, maybe like his mind's a bit more divorced from it, and then like around 2019, 2020, 2021 around COVID, that sort of thing is when he fully changed, and this is the sort of opinions that he started having. But he was listening to Farrakhan around this time. That's very interesting because I I don't know. I'm not. It's weird because this is Black History, so it feels weird for me to be like, oh, if you don't know about it, it's like I'm a fucking white guy. But like with Farrakhan, he's a very prominent like I guess like ideological figure within radical parts of um Black community. Like my understanding is like it's very similar to the broad term. This is a slur. I don't mean it as a slur, just using it as a thing. But like Hotep communities, where like he is very much like a part of Black Israelite sort of stuff, and it's the if you ever heard of like Yakubi and stuff, he's in very much that, and he has very anti-Semitic beliefs where they're the ones that are subjugating black men, and like the Jews aren't the real Jews, blacks are the real Jews, and that the fake Jews, which is the Jews that we know, they're the ones that are orchestrating the world to bring down the black man. And he calls them like blue-eyed like the Jews, blue-eyed white devils, that sort of thing. And it's interesting that he's dropping Farrakhan now. I'm about that Farrakhan. Very interesting fucking reference in a 2016 track.
I'ma turn up every time. I'ma bust the coach's head open on some Diddy shit. If he ever talk to my son like an idiot. One time for a nigga really getting it. 2 times cause we got the whole city lit. Advice for all my niggas and pregnant Bridget. So when she have a baby, she gon' make another nigga. Got the fruit of Islam in the trenches, huh? Even though they know Jesus is a Christian, huh? She spent a whole check on some Christians, and that girl ain't even religious. Walking, living, breathing, God, you know my past well. Hard to believe in, God, your nigga got killed. Black China fucking Rob helped him with the weight. I wish my train.
He's obviously like that's also like he's self-aware about it too. Like, got fruits of Islam in the trenches, yeah, even though they uses as a Christian. Like, that's also a part of the dichotomy that is so interesting about his like political change, right? He is a devout Christian, or purports to be a devout Christian. Now, obviously, it goes against that, and a lot of people are like, oh, you want to do a porn thing that's not Christian, all of that sort of stuff. Like Christianity and the gospel is littered throughout his entire music and like history, all of that sort of stuff. But then the only parts he seems to fuck with on Islam is the anti-Semitic parts, and the anti-Semitic parts with like Farrakhan. Bit weird.
Tell me what I overate. So when I'm on vacay, I need to kick back.
And he seems self-aware about that fact, which that's really interesting that he feels very self-aware about that, considering a lot of his like 2022 escapades very much look like mental breakdown stuff, and I still think it's that like mental health related. And then he clearly has I know I'm not fucking doctor, but it seemed fair to the doctor that gave him the bipolar diagnosis. He could also be autistic as well, as he said. I don't think it's from a fucking car crash, but it could be he could be autistic. But like he is having mental health issues around this time, and he was having mental health issues in 2018. So it's not out of it, but he does feel more lucid than in this part than he did back then. Not back then, but now. And he seems self-aware about the integration of more Islamic opinions with him, despite the fact that he's Christian, and he's hanging around those people, and he's like, I like Farrakhan. But the only aspects of Islam that he kind of is fucking with, it seems, is the anti-Semitism that is flowing through the more radical sects, which is an interesting, very interesting, because he's a more lucid person here.
I need every bad bitch up at Equinox. I need to know right now if you a freak or not. I need every bad bitch up at Equinox. I need to know right now if you a freak or not.
I need every bad bitch up in Equinox. I wanna know right now if you a freak or not. I need every bad bitch up in Equinox. I wanna know right now if you a freak or not. Oh Lord, oh na 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 na, oh Lord, oh na 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 na. I need every bad bitch up in Equinox. I wanna know if you're a freak or not. Bad bitch up in Equinox. I wanna know if you're a freak or not. Oh Lord.
It paints us so weird because sonically I actually really love the track, but knowing where he would end up being, and that bit uncomfortable. I didn't expect to see parts of this until like maybe Donda. Um, yeah, fuck. It's a bit weird. It faints a weird. Sonically, amazing track. If you're not here for political shit, because I'm not really that political. If you're not here for that, yeah, it's a great track. I love listening to it. I don't know if I would come back to it because there is a lot of weird stuff about this that would just remind me too much of the stuff that I greatly dislike about his stuff recently. Yeah.
Oh my lord. Oh, no, no, no.
They not rap God shit, nigga. I created one of these motherfuckers. Damn, hey.
I like the beat in the background. It's very like Alfred Hitchcock sort of stuff. I very much appreciate that. That was also in Mad Villainy stuff, I'm pretty sure. And I really liked that. There's also on Mass Extinction Level Event by Busta Rhymes, they also have that with Give It To Me Raw or something like that, where it has that Give Me Some More, something like that, where it has that. I love that usage of like 1960s like Hitchcock sort of scores as a backing track for songs, for rap.
Close eyes, see things, fire up, tweaking, you and mine, freak dreams.
It's very Yeezus.
Freak dreams, bad bitch, you did that. Get stacks, drive cars, whip out, big town, tits out. Oh shit, my dick got, can she suck right now? Fuck, can she fuck right now? I didn't ask twice now. Can you bring your price down? Little Boozy with the wipe down. A little Woozy but I'm nice now. What the fuck right now? What the fuck right now? What the fuck right now? What if we fuck right now? What if we fuck right in the middle of this motherfucking dinner table? What if we fucked at this Vogue party? Will we be the life of the whole party? Shut down the whole party? Will everybody stop fucking? Will everybody stop fucking? Will everybody stop fucking? They don't want nothing. You motherfuckers living like half of your level, half of your life. I smack on the ass if you get up. I ain't gonna lie. We be in the bathroom fucking like, baby, don't get too loud. I can see it.
Hey, I want it right now. All of them niggas get it and shine down. You get here with the pie now. Rose a kid, mother niggas get right now, right now, right now. All the niggas that have been it side now, side now, side down.
This is so cool. Yeah, this is really great. Sorry, I was just slightly thrown off by the highlights thing, but like yeah, my focus is on completely different things. But like yeah, sonically this track is really cool. The freestyle, it's very Yeezus-esque. I really like the 1950s 60s Alfred Hitchcock sort of thing in the background, and like the him fucking with that, making the beats, and then the switches and everything. Like this is really good. When I was listening to it, I was like, oh, this is like an 8, probably a 9. It's amazing because 8 is great, 9 is amazing, 10 is perfect, 11 is a graceful time, right? And I was like, this is like great to amazing, and now I'm like thinking this is amazing to perfect because like it's just a really cool fucking little freestyle bit, and yeah.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye.
Also, this has a different fucking flavor now that he's touching on a lot more anti-Semitic shit in highlights. That has a different flavor. I miss the old Kanye, and this is like he's lucid here, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm only liking Farrakhan part of Islam. Fucking weird.
The soul Kanye, set on his goals Kanye. I hate the new,
but perfectly weird. because I really do love this little part.
Kanye, the bad mood Kanye, the always rude Kanye, spaz in the news Kanye, I miss the sweet Kanye, chop up the beats Kanye, I gotta say, at that time I'd like to meet Kanye, see I invented Kanye, it wasn't any Kanye's, and now I look around and there's so many Kanye's, I used to love Kanye, I used to love Kanye, I even had the pink polo, I thought I was Kanye, what if Kanye made a song about Kanye, call I Mr. Old Kanye, man that'd be so Kanye, that's all it was Kanye, we still love Kanye, and I love you like Kanye loves Kanye.
It is. I wanted to rate it instantly, but it's a skit. Really fucking good one. It's like so well known that I even knew about it like before I even listened to much Kanye. But yeah, really good. I have vaguely heard of Waves before. Let's get into it. Ooh. Bro. I am floored at how much of fucking Euphoria's soundtrack is just Life of Pablo. Like, everything is Life of Pablo in that fucking soundtrack, and that is my favorite. Like, was my favorite soundtrack of all time, or is my favorite soundtrack of all time. I can't remember. Yes, that's fucking mental. That's so mental.
Step up in this bitch like I'm the one your bitch like. Yeah, I'm the one your bitch like. And I be talking shit like I ain't scared to lose a fist fight. And she grabbing on my like she wanna see if it'll fit right. That's just the wave. Waves don't die. Let me crash for the moment.
That's Chris Brown, bro. Fuck, Chris Brown. I'm not going to listen to a bunch of his stuff because I'd say like apparently a lot of his albums are just shit. He has one of the, and he is not a great person. But fuck me, dude. Chris Brown has one of the best voices. It's like, why has he continuously made bad stuff? This sounds weird because I haven't listened to either discography, but it kind of reminds me of like Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown seem very similar with like their talent. It's like, you're clearly fucking amazing. What's stopping you from making like generational classic albums? What is stopping you from fucking doing that? Because Chris Brown should have like 3-4 fucking classics. Honestly, he probably should have like, even through the controversies, not should, morally, but like, no, his level of talent, even through the his behavior, he probably should have like what's considered like 2 or 3 fucking all-time classic R&B records, but he just doesn't have it. It's like, fucking why? Your voice is clearly generational. What the hell? Also, I'm going to quickly look up to make sure because I fucked up already before. Waves lyrics, Kanye. I'm gonna look up. I'm almost certain that's fucking Chris Brown, but if it's not Chris Brown, I'm also another fucking idiot. Yeah, it's Chris Brown and Akon. Yeah, I knew it, but like, I already fucked up on the last time I said something like that.
Let me crash you for a moment. Baby, the sun don't shine in the shade.
Bro, every fucking part of this song is just Euphoria, and this obviously came before. So like, fuck you. But like, why did no one bring that up? Why did no one bring it up? Like, everyone applauded it. It got fucking Emmys. It got Emmys. I think it even got Grammys for that soundtrack. But no one brings up, oh yeah, it's Life of Pablo. Like, it is just waves off of Life of Pablo and Ultralight Beam of Life of Pablo. Why didn't no one fucking bring that up?
Bird can't fly in a cage. Even when somebody go away, the feelings don't really go away. That's just the way. Waves don't die. Let me crash across the moment. I don't need to own you, no lie. Waves don't die, baby. Let me crash you for a moment, baby.
All right, this is a broad industry question. What happens when something like Waves is streamed and Chris Brown isn't fucking credited? Because Spotify streams goes to the artist, right? I'm assuming. Pittances, but it still goes to the artist. If someone is not credited on the Spotify thing, do they get the money are they still legally tied to having the money if they're not listed as a credit, even if like they've part of it? Like, does Chris Brown get any money from me streaming Waves? I will also, I don't know if this makes me a bad person. I would stream it anyway, but like, I'm just curious because Kanye often doesn't credit his artists on his songs, and I wonder if there's like an honestly like passively shitty thing that he's doing, because do they still get the money from the streams? I don't know. So far, this is like this is one of my favorite Kanye songs. It's crazy that I don't hear it ever mentioned. Like, I got it mixed up with fucking Fade, which I have heard people talk about before because of the music video. Yeah, what the like, this is such a fucking amazing track. This is, it's so good, dude. It is so good. And like, when I'm talking about the Euphoria thing, what I want to be communicated is Euphoria's soundtrack is one of my favorite pieces of media. It's like, I love Euphoria Season 1 for the color palette that they use, the cinematography, and the fucking soundtrack. And I think it's decently well written. Like, it is a unbelievably gorgeous thing. And it's actually part of the thing I miss about Season 2. As much as I like it, and I like it a lot more than other people because a lot of people shit on it, one of the things that I missed about Season 2 is the lack of Labyrinth soundtrack. And because I was like, why do we not have the same level of attention to detail when it comes to the soundtrack? Because the Season 1 soundtrack is like a thing that massively propelled it to be like, I think, unbelievably fucking good art. And now knowing that like all like fucking 99% of the shit that Labyrinth was doing on Euphoria soundtrack is just Life of Pablo, is like, huh. It kind of reminds me of listening to some Nirvana and then listening to Pixies and being like, oh shit, there was a lot of fucking Nirvana in this. Pixies started that. Maybe they didn't start it, but it's like Pixies were before Nirvana in that same. The same way with it's like Life of Pablo is directly before Euphoria. It's like, yeah. Yeah, also, no one talks about Waves. Let me see the streams on it because this is a fucking unbelievable track. I guess it does actually have quite a lot more streams than like some of the other ones. It has more streams than Ultralight Beam, but Ultralight Beam gets always mentioned. I know. But yeah, unbelievable track. Fuck my life.
Waiting for a minute for my lady, so I can't jeopardize that for one of these hoes. I've been living without limits as far as my business. I'm the only one that's in control. I've been feeling all I given for my children. I will die for those I love. God, I'm willing to make this my mission. Give up the women before I lose half of what I own. I've been thinking about my vision. Pour out my feelings, revealing the layers to my soul. My soul, the layers to my soul. Revealing the layers to my soul.
I wish I would go ahead and fuck my life up.
That's The Weeknd, right? That has to be The Weeknd. Fuck me. Why am I always bad with this? Kanye lyrics. Oh, that has to be The Weeknd, which I didn't know Weeknd was on this. If it was the case, because obviously he isn't credited. But yeah, it's The Weeknd. That's so cool. I don't feel like people mention that. I love The Weeknd. Why haven't I heard about that before? That's so sick.
Let them get to me. And even though I always fuck my life up, only I can mention me.
See, before I let you go, one last thing I need to let you know. You ain't ever seen nothing crazy then. This nigga when he off his Lexi Pro. Remember that last time in Mexico? Remember that last time the episode? Asking me why the hell I text the code 4 times as to say don't text me ho. Told you 4 times don't text me ho. Now we finna lose all self-control. But you ain't finna be raising your voice to me. Especially when we in the Giuseppe store. But I'ma have the last laugh in the end. Cause I'm from a track, I'll check a hoe. Yeah, I'ma have the laugh in the end. Cause I'm from a track, I'll check a hoe. And I
wish I would go ahead and fuck my life up. Can't let them get to me. And even though I always fuck my life up, only I can mention it.
I don't know if Frank Ocean's on this, but I feel like it's actually crazy because I wouldn't have thought about it until now when he's playing it. But like, wait, The Weeknd's voice perfectly fits the sonic palette of this album with like the gospel influences. It's like yeah, that's sick. And Chris Brown does like all of these gorgeous singing. He did just grab them. I wonder if Frank Ocean is on this. I just don't know if he is. If he is, then he grabbed like the 3 like unbelievably just unfucking touched vocalists of this time, which is Frank Ocean, Weeknd, and Chris Brown. That's sick. If he did.
Only I can mention me.
Don't stop your loving, don't stop your loving. No, not for nothing. They don't wanna see me love you. Don't know something. They always loving, they always want it. They don't wanna see me love you. They don't wanna see me love you. They don't wanna see me love you.
This like it's hard to say this, considering there's just so many great albums. But this is like slowly becoming like I don't think it's gonna be number 1 or 2, because that's like TCD and My Bill's Doctor for Saying. But like Life of Pablo, they're like I do love Jesus, but it is coming in like I think it could definitely it's already beaten 808s and Heartbreak. I think it's probably beaten Graduation to me, and it could probably beat Late Registration. And Watch the Throne. Watch the Throne I have a whole lot higher than a lot of people. I have it even above Graduation, which I know is blasphemy. But that also might change. I haven't re-listened to it yet. But with yeah, like this could become my what? This sounds stupid to say, because it doesn't make it seem like the gravitas of like how insane like how much praise I have on this album. But this could become my 4th favorite Kanye album for sure. I think this is my 4th favorite so far. Maybe it can pass Jesus or something. I don't know. This is really fucking good. Like unbelievable. I love it. Also in it, as I said, a completely different style than any of his other albums do.
real friends. How many of us? How many of us? How many jealous? Real friends. There's not many of us. We smile at each other, but how many honest? Trust issues. Switch up the number. I can't be bothered. I cannot blame you for having an angle. I ain't got no issues. I'm just doing my thing. Hope you doing your thing too. I'm a deadbeat cousin. I hate family reunions. Fuck the church up by drinking at the communion. Spilling free wine. Now my tux is ruined. In time for a date. What the fuck we doing? Who your real friends? We all came from the bottom. I'm always blaming you, but what's sad? You not the problem. Damn, I forgot to call him. Shit, I thought it was Thursday. Why you wait a week to call my phone in the first place? When was the last time I remembered a birthday? When was the last time I wasn't in a hurry?
Tell me you want them tickets when it's game time. Even to call your
Is this Ty Dolla Sign? Bro, what the fuck? I didn't even know that they I'm sorry, I'm looking up all this stuff. I just find it so interesting. This has to be Ty Dolla Sign, right? Yeah, that's so fucking cool. I didn't know they were like I didn't know that they made songs together until Vultures.
on the FaceTime. Even when we was young, I used to make time. Now we be way too busy just to make time.
There's like I'm going to go on a tiny tangent here. It is insane how Kanye is able to pick talents of people that haven't even made music yet, or like their albums yet, or very early on. Like I think Chance the Rapper was on the this before. Ty Dolla Sign. The Weeknd. He just came off his 2015 album. Fair. And he was also House of Balloons, that sort of thing. So maybe not too early. Nicki Minaj, Lupe Fiasco on Touch the Sky. Kid Cudi, I think Travis Scott at some point, Chief Keef, like all of this sort of stuff. It's like, bro, what the fuck? How, like, Frank Ocean, like you're just able to snap these, like instantly go like, I know that, and I'm gonna put it on my. That's so crazy.
Even for my real friends, I guess I get what I deserved on her.
Playboy Cardi.
Word on the streets is they ain't heard from them. I guess I get what I deserved on her. Talk down on my name, throw dirt on them. I couldn't tell you how old your daughter was. Couldn't tell you how old your son is. I got my own junior on the way, dog. Plus I already got one kid.
Couldn't tell you much about the fam, dog. I just showed up for the yams, dog.
Maybe 15 minutes, took some pictures with your sister. Merry Christmas, then I'm finished, then it's back to business. You wanna ask some questions about some real shit? Like I ain't got enough pressure to deal with. Please don't pressure me with that bullshit.
Cause everybody got them that ain't children. Oh, you been nothing but a friend to me.
Niggas thinking I'm crazy, you defending me. It's funny, I ain't spoke to niggas in centuries. To be honest, dog, I ain't feeling your energy.
Money turn your kin into an enemy. Niggas ain't real as they pretend to be. Looking for
real friends.
Real friends.
How many of us? How many of us are real friends? To real friends, to the real end, to the reals, to the wheels don't spin.
Yeah, yeah.
To 3 a.m. calling. How many
real friends?
Just to ask you a question, just to see how you was feeling. How many? For the last you was frontin'. I hate when a nigga text you like, what's up, fam? Hope you good. You say I'm good, I'm great. The next text.
I'm sorry, it looks like I'm distracted this entire time. I am focusing on it. I find that this track, so I'm going to talk about it right now. But what I really like about this track is he has like he has had a consistent problem with discerning like real friends, and I think that's actually one of the issues that he has currently. Is the lack of he doesn't have a Jay-Z in his life that call him out. He doesn't have all this stuff. Bianca was out of his life. It seems like today they've gone on a date or something like that. But I just kind of feel bad for her at the moment. But like he also has lost all of his friends, like Kid Cudi, Playboy Cardi, Travis Scott, all this sort of stuff. And I can understand like I don't know, I like the track because it's kind of especially in his more lucid state here, him like grappling with the idea of like a real friend, that sort of thing. And then him talking about like when wasn't I in a hurry? When wasn't I or that might be about his friends, but like let's say it's about him. When wasn't I in a hurry? When was the last time I called for someone's birthday? That sort of thing. This self-reflection and introspection is something that that was the part that I grappled onto and I really loved about his early stuff with College Dropout and Late Registration. The level of introspection that he had there, it was unbelievable. And it's actually kind of really nice because My Beloved Darkest Fantasy, Yeezus, they're kind of grand, opulent fucking pieces, right? Not apart from like Runaway and very sparse tracks, he doesn't really have a lot of introspection stuff. I like that this album feels like it is just a massive introspection on himself, and that's a part that of the old Kanye that I missed, that I liked in his work, and I didn't realize that I wasn't getting that out of the, like Yeezus and Watch the Throne and stuff like that. Like I love this track. And then Ty Dolla $ign's really good on it. Also, funnily enough, I forgot about like Ty Dolla $ign. He has like a really gorgeous voice in himself. I don't know if Frank Ocean's on this, but it would make sense if he was. I don't know what's up with my lighting. Like my room is not fucking orange. For the record, my room is lit up white. Everything is like very bright white. I tried to up the exposure, but then that just made me look washed out. Very interesting lighting issue at the moment because this didn't happen last time. Yeah.
How many?
What's best for your family, immediate or extended? In the argument, the media extended.
I had a cousin that stole my laptop that I was fucking bitches on. Pay that nigga $250,000 just to get it from him. Real friends.
Is this the same cousin that he's spoken about today that molested him and is in jail?
Huh? Real friends. I guess I get what I deserved on her. Word on the streets is they ain't heard from them. I guess I get what I deserved on her. Talk down on my name, throw dirt on them.
This is actually one of my favorite tracks on the album. Again, another track that people don't necessarily talk about that much. Life of Pablo is amazing. This is an incredible album. I think like it's above Late Registration for me, I think. Which is crazy to say because I was a Late Registration glazer when I first listened to it, and I still am. But this album is fucking phenomenal. It's really good, and it also goes into thematically. I haven't listened to the song, but it kind of goes into wolves. If you have the not sure who your real friends are, don't know if you're keeping up your end of the bargain to have real friends and that sort of thing. It makes sense to go into a song called Wolves. I don't know if it's going to touch on similar topics, but like if you go into like this is where my mind's going. It's like you go into Wolves where now there's like the term we've been using, like I feel like people have been using is since the Vultures era. It's like there's a bunch of vultures that are just taking at his carcass and getting stuff out of him, like Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones, that sort of thing. The fucking podcast that he went on where he shit talked Big Sean, like they shouldn't have had him on at that point, at that time, if they cared about him. Like not even like if we aren't even talking about the autonomy thing, which I know he obviously cares about, where it's like, oh, they're censoring me, they're stopping me, that sort of thing. Like just in general, him going on podcasts, we saw it at that time. He was fucking up his career and losing billions of dollars. Like if you cared about him, you'd be like, oh, even if you agreed with him, you would be like, oh, I respect your opinion. I believe in everything that you're saying. I just don't think it's good for your future to talk about it like that. And it's that like your things are crumbling down because of it. Like you can come back on the podcast in 2 months. And like we can have a discussion, but like not at the heat of his cancellation, like that. Because obviously he wasn't helping his case when he was at his heat of cancellation to the general public. So
Lost out, beat up, dancing. Found it, I found you somewhere round down there, right there. Lost and beat up, found it, dancing. I found you somewhere right down there, right around there. Lost and turned out. If mama knew now how you turned out, you too wild, you too wild, you too wild, you too wild. I need you now. Love you, got to love you, found you, found you, found right now, right now, right now. If your mama knew how you turned out, you too wild, you too wild, you too wild, you too wild, and I need you now. Lost it, find out. I'm not sorry. Cry, only sorry when it's Hennessy. Don't fool yourself, your eyes don't lie. You're much too good to be true. Don't fight. Yeah, I feel you burning, everything's burning. Don't fly too high, your wings might melt. You're much too good to be true. I'm just bad for you. I'm just bad
I was
for you.
lost and beat up.
Having Sia on this, bro, I even forgot. Like 2016, yeah, this was like right after Chandelier. Bro, is the pull that Kanye had at this point in time is unparalleled with the level of features. Even at the start of his career, he was able to pull some, like at least like the fucking insane rappers at the time, and then being able to pull the people that he was able to on like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's unbelievable, actually.
Turned out,
And now here.
burned up, you found me. They were hard and you didn't know me. You were drawn in, I was lost and beat up.
It's interesting because this is Sia, right? Is the Rihanna that I thought before Sia? Probably that might be the case because they do have like they're putting the same like affectations a bit on.
Warm flesh on Caesar, you found me in your gaze. Oh, I found me, oh Jesus. I was too wild, 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 I was too wild.
And I need you now. Lost it, find out. Yeah.
Every single aspect, like as I've touched on it, but like yeah, even parts of this has like Euphoria took from. Like it's just yeah, it's I love this album. I fucking love this album.
You gotta let me know if I could be your Joseph. Only tell you real shit. That's the T, no sip. Don't trip. That pussy slippery, know it. We ain't tripping on shit. We just sipping on this. Just forget the whole shit. We could laugh about nothing. I impregnate your mind. Let's have a baby without fucking. Yo, I know it's corny bitches. You wish you could unfollow. I know it's corny niggas. You wish you could unswallow. I know it's corny bitches. You wish you could unfollow. I know it's corny niggas. You wish you could unswallow. Hey, I know it's corny bitches. You wish you could unfollow. I know it's corny niggas. You wish you could unswallow. You tried to play nice, everybody just took advantage. You left your fridge open, somebody just took a sandwich. I said, baby, what if you was clubbing, thugging, hustling before you met your husband? Then I said, what if Mary was in the club, but she met Joseph around hella thugs, cover Nori and lamb's wool. We surrounded by the fucking wolves. What if Mary was in the club, but she met Joseph with no love, cover saint and lamb's wool. We surrounded by the fucking wolves.
There's a lot more unique track. I feel like it's maybe a bit harder to replay, but like as an artistic piece, I feel like it's on the same level as like the best songs on the album. Um, like there was a part of me that was like, oh, do I want to rate this a 10 or 11? And I feel like I'm gonna rate it 11 because artistically I really fucking appreciate it, even if it doesn't have the replayability that I feel like maybe another track would be, like Ultralight Beam or something. But like I really like, I think for the album, for the everything about it, like this is, I love this track.
The rings all ring out, burn out,
Oh, so this is Frank Ocean, yeah.
caving, blackened to dark out. I'm mixed now, fleshed out. There's light with no heat. We cooled out, it's cool out. Life is precious. We found out, we found out, we found out.
I hope there is more Frank Ocean on it because I like his voice is amazing. Like one of my favorite songs of all time is Wise Man. I haven't even listened to Frank Ocean albums, by the way. I have to listen to Blood and shit, but like yeah, it's crazy. Frank Ocean's amazing. I just hope there's more of him on the album, but it might not be.
Yeezy, what's good? It's your boy Max B. What's going on? Just checking in on you. Appreciate the love, the support. The wave is here. You a wavy dude anyway, so you already know. Ain't no problem, man. The game, you already know how this game thing goes. So do your wave. You got the official wave man. Just doing you, do your wave, and keep it loopy. I know you're going to keep it loopy, man. Just shout you out, hollering at you, man. So love, I appreciate the energy. And we here, we hit the town, we do something big. We gonna make a big tsunami up in this joint. You already know what it is.
Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer in the flesh.
Silver Surfer in the flesh, Max Biggerville, shout to Yeezy, what's good? I see you. It's love, appreciate it. It's honor, appreciate it. Wavy, baby, yeah.
I've heard 30 Hours mentioned before. Again, why does this have no lyrics? It's 5 minutes long. I feel like there has to be lyrics in it. I feel like this is mentioned a lot, like in a St. Pablo, No More Parties in LA, 30 Hours. This one's mentioned, and Ultralight Beam, like these are mentioned as like like they're not like the big tracks like Famous or Farther Stretch My Hands, but I hear them mentioned a lot as like the really good tracks, and I guess like by the people who've actually listened to the album, you know. I don't love it. It's not bad or anything. It's not like it's gonna be like below a fucking 5 or 6 or anything like that. It's still gonna be above that, but I don't love it. I mean, it's like maybe a 7. I don't super love this track. The vibes, like the beat's alright, him talking's okay. It's just like I don't know. This, like as he said, this should just be a bonus track. It shouldn't be a part of the album. I think. Like, I don't know. I've heard this always mentioned because Kendrick's on it, and apparently, like a lot of people say that Kanye out-rapped Kendrick here, and it's one of Kendrick's best verses or something like that. So I'm curious to jump into it.
I'd like to say.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place.
Is this the only track that Kendrick is on for Kanye? I think it is. I don't know if he's on Donda or anything like that, which is kind of sad that they didn't team up as much, because like the way that I view it is like 2000s, early 2010s, Kanye West is the GOAT, and it seems like of that era, and it kind of seems like Kendrick Lamar is taking that mantle, so it would be kind of cool if they had more tracks together.
No more parties in LA, please baby, no more parties in LA, no more parties in LA, please baby, no more parties in LA, no more Los Angeles, please. Shake that body, party that body, please. Shake that body, party that body, please. Shake that body, party that body. Hey
Hey baby, you forgot your Ray-Bans, and my sheets still orange from your spray tan. It was more than soft porn for the gay man. She remember my sprinters and I was in the great fan. Well, cutie, I like your bougie booty. Come America, by do me. Well, let's make a movie. Hell, you know my repertoire is like a wrestler. I show you the road, connect the dots. A country girl in North Hollywood. Mama used to cook red beans and rice. Now it's Denny's form in the morning, swore your appetite. Liquor pouring and niggas swarming your section with erection. Smoking every direction.
This is so interesting to see Kendrick, because I've heard some of his like stuff like Bad Album and all of that. He comes onto the track, and even with Playboy Cardi, comes on the track and he very much embodies what the track wants, like that the style of the track. But it's just interesting considering like I've only heard Section 80, but knowing about Good Kid, Mad City and all of that, it is really interesting to hear him, like all of his pieces and like his art, like his albums seem like artistic pieces, and then for him to come onto tracks doing like a normal rap feature is so interesting, because that's just not what his music is like that often.
Middle finger pedestrians, R&B singers and lesbians, rappers and managers, music and not phone cameras. The shit unanimous for you, it's damaging for you, I think. That pussy should only be holding exclusive rights to me. I mean, he flew you in this motherfucker on first class, even when out his way so you can check in the extra bag. Now you wanna divide the yam like you'd equate the math, that shit don't add up. You're making them mad as fuck. She say she came out here to find the A-list rapper. I said, baby, spin around and say the alphabet backwards. You're dealing with malpractice. Don't kill a good nigga's confidence just cause he a nerd and you don't know what a condom is. The hair's still good, though. The hair's still good, though. Maybe say Lamio, they ain't get yo. Make a nigga say big words and act lyrical. Make me get spiritual. Make me believe in miracles. Buddha's monks and Captain Crunch cereal. Lord have mercy, down I hurt me. 5 buddies all hurdled up on the 3rd day. Bottle service, head service, I came in first place. The opportunity, the proper type of breast and booty cheek. The pop community, I mean these bitches come with union feet. And I want 2 of these, moving units through consumer streets. Then my shoe release, she was kicking in gratuity. And yeah, G, I was all for it. She said, Kayla Ma, you kinda dumb to be a boy. I'ma put you on game for the lames that don't know they're rookie. Instagram is the best way to promote some pussy. Scary.
It feels it feels so weird hearing Kendrick do a verse like that. Especially because it seems like he goes against a lot of the stuff he talks about. I don't know. Interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know. I think people say that it's like this one of the best Kendrick's verses and stuff. I don't get that feeling. I don't know. I can definitely see, I haven't heard it, I could definitely see if Kanye goes hard, that he has the better verse on No More Parties in LA.
Scary. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. Friday night trying to make it into the city. Breakneck speed, passing to see something pretty. Thinking back to how I got here in the first place. Second class bitches wouldn't let me on first base. A backpack nigga with luxury taste buds. And the Louis Vuitton still got all of my pay stubs. Got pussy from beats I did for niggas more famous. When did I become A-list? I wasn't even on A-list. Strippers get invited to where they only got hired. When I get on my Steve job, somebody gon' get fired. I was uninspired since Lauren Hill retired. And 3 stacks, man, you preaching to the choir. Any rumor you ever heard about me was true and legendary. I done got Lewinsky and paid secretaries for all my niggas with babies by bitches that use they kids as meal tickets. Not knowing that disconnect from the father, the next generation will be the real victims. I can't fault them really. I remember Amber told my boy no matter what happens, she ain't going back to Philly. Back to our regularly scheduled programming of week content and slow jamming. But don't worry, this one's so jamming. You know what LA is so jamming. I be thinking every day my Holland drive need to put up some goddamn barricades. I be paranoid every time. The pressure, the problem ain't I be driving, the problem is I be texting. My psychiatrist got kids that I inspired. First song they played for me was about their friend that just died. Texting and driving down my Holland Drive. That's why I rather take the 405. I be worried about my daughter, I be worried about Kim. But Saint is baby yay, I ain't worried about him. Have my life threatened by best friends with selfish intents. What I'm supposed to do, ride around with a bulletproof car and some tents. Every agent I know, I hate agents. I'm too black, I'm too vocal, I'm too flagrant. Something smelling like shit, that's the new fragrance. It just mean I do.
So far, I will say, Kanye's not lying when he says that he has the better verse of No More Parties in LA, because his verse is like really good and the beat's really nice and everything like that. I just honestly, I I love Kendrick. If you I'm my Section 80 review, and like it's one of my favorite rap albums of all time, and it's Section 80 because like everyone talks about Good Kid, Mad City, and T-Bap, and I haven't listened to them yet. Like I love GNX. It's also one of my favorites. Like I love Kendrick's stuff. His verse wasn't that great. I don't know. Like to me, it just I don't know. It sounds a bit dated. Like it sounds like I don't know, like the quality of like Tammy's song off of Section 80 or something like that. Like with his performance. The rapping isn't necessarily like insane or anything like that. It's just I don't know. It was actually I'm kind of disappointed from the thing, especially because like No More Parties in LA is a bit hammed up. I think Kanye kind of is delivering. Like maybe if like Kendrick blew him out of the water with the verse, I'd be like, oh, Kanye's kind of laying the track tiny bit down because it doesn't feel like it's goated. But like, it's really good. Like Kanye's stuff is really good. I don't really fuck with Kendrick's verse that much. Which I know is an unpopular opinion because like another unpopular opinion I have is like We Major. I don't like the outro and it kind of makes the song like not a 10 or 11. It makes it a 9 for me because it's like the outro's kind of meh. I kind of don't like the outro. And Kendrick's verse here, which I'm fucking shocked by, brings this track down to me for me, like as weirdly probably one of the worst on the album. Which feels so weird because I usually I don't know. That's so strange.
My way, bitch. Some days I'm in my Yeezy, some days I'm in my Vans. If I knew y'all made plans, I wouldn't have popped the Zans. I know some fans thought I wouldn't rap like this again, but the writer's block is over. MCs cancel your plans. A 38-year-old, 8-year-old, a rich nigga problems. Told my wife that I hate the road, so I don't ever drive it. It took 6 months to get the Maybach. I'm at it out, and my assistant crashed as soon as they backed it out. God damn, got up off fade, I might slam. Pink fur, got no redressing like Cam. Thank God for me. Los Angeles. Whole family getting money, thank God for E. I love rocking jewelry, a whole neck full. Bitches say he funny and disrespectful. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my shoes. I feel like Pablo when I see me on the news. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my house. Tell them parties in.
I really like that. I really like the party hard body that part. Like that backing track like actually brings in a lot of vibes of like early 90s like 90s fucking rap, and I really appreciate that. There are aspects of this track that I really fuck with. Kanye's performance is still pretty good. I don't know, it feels spoiled by Kendrick's part, which fuck, like apart from maybe 30 hours might be the worst part of the entire album. Yeah, which I never thought I would fucking say.
Need to go out, we need the turbo dots, high speed, turbo dots, drop it like RoboCop. She brace herself and hold my stomach, good dick could do that. She keep pushing me back, good dick could do that. She push me back when the dick go too deep. This good dick could put your ass to sleep. Get money, big money.
Like the production's doing really good shit. Yeah, I don't know. The track is a bit disappointing to me. I hope something like St. Pablo doesn't get that because like No More Parties in LA is mentioned so fucking much. St. Pablo, I'm holding out that is like as good as what people say because weirdly I don't know, like 30 hours isn't really a track, so this like so if I discount that, like No More Parties in LA is probably my least favorite song on the album.
And as far as real friends, tell all my cousins I love them, even the one that stole the laptop, you dirty motherfucker. I just keep on loving you, baby.
That's pretty.
No one else I know can take your place. Please, no more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. Oh, for a chance to be a star. Nowhere seems to be too far.
It's a great track, but I don't know. There's like a lot of flaws that I don't like about it. I don't know. I feel sad because I feel kind of disappointed because a lot of people hammed it up, and then I feel disappointed because it's like if everyone loves this track, it's kind of I kind of want to like it too. Like I don't want to be a buzzkill. But like I'm gonna stick to my guns when I don't like something. It's not like I'm gonna lie a panda or anything, but it's just I don't like being in this position. I don't like the track that much. I love everything, all the other tracks, which is weird. But yeah, I don't really like this. Like I like it. Like I can tell it's good in a lot of areas. The production's really good. Kanye has a really nice verse. The chorus is pretty good. Kendrick's verse is not the greatest, and then Kanye's like, even though it's good, it's not as strong as his other performances on the album.
Yeezy, 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 just jumped over Jumpman. Yeezy, 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 just jumped over Jumpman. Yeezy, 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 I feel so accomplished. I done talked a lot.
It's very
shit,
Yeezus.
but I just did the numbers. Herzog and Adidas, man, you know they love it. If Nike ain't had Drizzy, man, they wouldn't have nothing. Woo! If Nike ain't had Dossie, man, they wouldn't have nothing. Woo! But I'm on for the family, tell them get your money. Yeezy, 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 they line up for days. Nike out here bad, they can't get shit away. I stuck to my roots, I'm like Jimmy Fallon. I ain't dropped the album, but the shoes went platinum. Every time I talk, they say I'm too aggressive. I was out here spazzing, now y'all get the message. On the field, I'm over reckless on my Odell Beckham. 2020, I'ma run the whole election. Yeah. I've been trending years, y'all a couple days. Easy in the house, and we just gotta praise. Nike treat employees just like slaves. Pay LeBron a Billy not to run away. $10,000 for Nori, I just copped it. Your baby daddy won't even take your daughter shopping. I done wore designers I won't wear again. Making niggas famous, they get arrogant. Yeezy, 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 just jumped over Jumpman. Yeezy, 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 just jumped over Jumpman. Yeezy, 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 this is pure luxury. I give him Grey Poupon on a DJ Mustard. If you ain't poppin' shit, then why you rap for? Huh? Plus Kamoji just shut down the app store. And we made $1 million a minute. We made $1 million a minute. We did. Yeah, we made $1 million a minute. We made $1 million a minute. Do anybody feel bad for Bill Cosby? Did he forget the names just like Steve Harvey? Tell Adidas that we need $1 million in production. I done told y'all all I needed was the infrastructure. Now we hottest in the streets.
I really fuck with like the Yeezus style. It's not exactly Yeezus, but it's like it feels like that sort of rap performance, and that with like a bit of glimmer of like the rest of Life of Pablo on it, and I really fuck with it. It still doesn't feel like it holds up necessarily as like Yeezus tracks do, but I appreciate this one more than the last two tracks. I like this one. Yeah, I could see there's flaws in this one, and I like it. The other ones, I can see the positives, but I don't like it, if that makes sense.
No discussion. James Harden, Swaggy P running up the budget. Keep the word at my baby mama house. I'm a jerk, you need to work, you need to call my spouse. Yeezy, Yeezy, take a picture with me on Rodale. Yeezy, 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 I might do my own hotel. Couches, 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 which one should I pick? I need extra deep, I like my bitches extra thick. Every time I see the news, man, it bring me home. Call up DJ Mano, shout out Twilight Tone. We just blessed to be alive, yeah, ain't that the truth? So let's celebrate the life for Timbuktu. Timbuktu.
That's pretty. I like it. The mixing feels weird on it. Like I don't know if it feels a tiny bit weird on this track. I don't know.
Your love is fake.
But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Now we're on to Fade and St. Pablo, which I know are two tracks that are fucking lauded really well. So let's get into it.
Your love is fake. Your love is fake. Your love is fake. I feel it fade.
When no one ain't around,
I feel it fade.
I think too much.
I feel it fade.
Ain't nobody watching.
I feel it fade.
I just fade away.
Feel it.
Fade away.
I feel
Fade away, yeah. I think think too much.
I feel it. Your love is fake. I feel it.
Roll up, hold up, pull up. I love, I wanna, I'm tryna
feel it.
I'ma rock the boat, work the middle till it hurt a little.
It. Your love is fake. I feel it.
Fucking with a real ass nigga.
I feel it.
Fuck, can you feel ass nigga?
I feel it.
Bitch better act like you know better.
I feel it.
Whoa, when no one ain't around.
I feel it, fake.
I think too much.
I feel it, fake.
Ain't nobody watching.
I feel it, fake.
I just fade away.
I feel it, fake.
I've been so far gone. I've been so let down. I've been running.
I feel it.
I've been on my shit. Whole world on my feet. I just need you now. I can feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I feel it.
My feelings throughout the track have been, which I haven't articulated. I'm sorry about that, but like my feelings around the track is interesting. I was like, I'm trying to get something, but then like I kind of like the disoriented, like production of it all. Yeah, this has been the best track since Wolves. Fade is very good. I'm fucking with it. It's taken me a moment to like appreciate it for what it is, but I really like this one. Yeah.
I can feel it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Ooh.
I feel it. I feel it, fade. I feel it, fade. I feel it, fade. I feel it. I feel it, fade.
Yeah, I fuck with this track. It's a lot different to the other ones, and it has unique qualities that I felt like I had to warm up to. But I like this. It's really good. It it sounds so weird. I feel like I would just take off all of these tracks and then maybe just enter it with these two if St. Pablo was as good as it, and then it would just be a 15-track album. But all right, I've heard this track spoken about so much, and like St. Pablo is, I think even won like some brackets that people have, like I think maybe NFR, not NFR, and it wasn't even Hive Mind, but I know St. Pablo went far in those, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. 908. LA time. Back in the lab and shit. My wife said, I can't say no to nobody, and at this rate we gon' both die broke. Got friends that ask me for money knowing I'm in debt, and like my wife said, I still didn't say no. People trying to say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friends best sit
That hasn't changed.
was to stay low. I guess it's
That is also stay true.
hard to decipher all of the bills, especially when you got family members on payroll. The media said it was outlandish spending. The media said he's way out of control. I just feel like I'm the only one not pretending. I'm not out of control, I'm just not in a control. I know I'm the most influential. That time cover was just confirmation. This generation's closest thing to Einstein. So don't worry about me, I'm fine. I can see 1,000 years from now in real life. Skate on a paradigm and shifted when I feel like control conventional thought. Don't need the question. I know it's antiquated, so sometimes I get aggressive. Thank God for Jay Electra. He down with the mission. Did it with no permission, on our own conditions. Most blacks with money have been beaten to submission. Yeezy with the big house did it way different. Never listen to Hollywood producers. Don't stare at money too long. It's Medusa. The ultimate Gemini has survived. I wasn't supposed to make it past 25.
Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering what God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering what God's gonna say hi. God, yeah. I feel like I'm on there.
I've awakened the spirits of millions more to come. A million illegally downloaded my truth over the drums. I believe in the children. Listen to the kids, bro. If the phone ringing, go and get your kids. So, Brother Don Muhammad told the minister about the presentation. He sat back and smiled. Black on black lies is worse than black on black crime. The Jews share their truth on how to make a dime.
I'm seeing so much remnants of what would end up being Kanye in this. Like, obviously he's going straight to the Jews, and I feel like it's at the time I didn't remember it being spoken about much. I don't even think people spoke about it too much with that when it came to before its I Love Hitler arc. There are strong dog whistles. Like, I'll use the term dog whistles, but there's strong like maybe it's not even dog whistles. Like, it's pretty overt. I just feel like it was maybe not on people's eyes. The fact that he liked Farrakhan, which is just the only reason he even said it. Like, you can kind of tell the only reason he likes Farrakhan is because he's anti-Semitic. And then like him talking about in this track, like, oh, I'm not going to like, I'm the only one that's no, like you all say that I'm out of control, but I'm the only one that's not in their control. They's doing a heavy lifting of Jews. And then he's talking about when he's like, black on black lies, the Jews share their truth on how to make a dime. Like, he is touching on some anti-Semitic shit here. But I feel like I've never heard someone talk about that. I've never heard anyone talk about like the anti-Semitism in Life of Pablo. It's just there. It's weird. I don't know. I also, in saying that, I fucking love this song. The same thing with Highlights. I love the song. It's just funny how like it's pretty fucking blatant. I just didn't know that like, he doesn't even say shit like this on some Vultures tracks. Like, this stuff feels more blatant than a lot of the Vultures commentary as well, which makes also I do love watching Anthony Fantano's videos. I disagree with him on a decent amount of stuff, musically and politically, but like, I do like his stuff, and it makes me wonder, bro. The anti-Semitism in fucking Vultures is not that dissimilar to the anti-Semitism in Life of Pablo, bro. Like, but you wouldn't review Vultures. And I understand that it's not just the anti-Semitism is the reason he didn't review Vultures. He says it's just because the Kanye fans are like unhinged or whatever. And maybe that's like the different case with Life of Pablo now, where it's like, and stuff. But like, I would argue that the same amount of anti-Semitism that's in Vultures is probably in Life of Pablo as well. Maybe even more so, because he calls him out here. He praises Farrakhan in this fucking album, and in Vultures he's like, they call me anti-Semitic and has a cry on King, which is not good. I hate that song. And in Stars he's like, I at least have Jews on payroll. Honestly, that's more lighthearted than the stuff that he's like alluding to on here. So I'd argue that even Life of Pablo is more anti-Semitic than Vultures in some ways. It's just you don't have the context of his fucking I Love Hitler shit. But like, the remnants are here. You can see it. The remnants are here of what he would end up doing. Like, you could like it's not even like really like in Double Entendre. You don't even have to read into it much. Like, this is where that crash out started. Like, that sort of belief. This is where it started. He is saying very similar shit.
Black men couldn't balance a checkbook, but buy a new car, talking about how my neck look. Well, it all.
And I'm sorry to keep talking about, because like, if you love Life of Pablo, you probably just don't want me to talk about the politics stuff. And I I can separate those two things. The political side, here's that, and then here's the second part. This song is fucking amazing. It is so good. I love this. It kind of actually, like, I love Stars. I'm not afraid to admit that song is really fucking good. Even with that line that's in it. Like, same thing with this. I really love this track, and it will be probably an 11 because it is really sonically amazing. There's 4 minutes left. He could fucking punt it, but like, I don't think he will.
It's great. 400 years later, we buying our own chains. The light is before us, brothers, so the devil working hard. Real families stick together and see through the mirage. The smoke screens, perceptions and false reality. Who the real owner if your boss gets a salary? I am one with the people. I am one with the people. I've been woken from a light and man's dream. Checking Instagram comments to crowdsource my self-esteem. Let me not say too much or do too much, cause if I'm up way too much, I'm out of touch. I'm praying an out-of-body experience will happen, so the people can see my light. Now it's not just rapping. God, I have humbled myself before the court. Dropped my ego when confidence was my last resort. I know you got a plan. I know I'm on your beams. One set of footsteps, you was carrying me. When I turned on the news and they was burying me. One set of footsteps, you was carrying me. When I was negotiating with Apple, it was Larry and me. Told Tim Cook to call me, I was scary to see. I would've took 100 million and gave 20 to Hove. I heard it's the way they did it when we only had the stove. But it's better that I stayed at home with my folks, cause if Jay a billionaire, then I'ma never go broke. Only thing I ask is next time I'm on stage, we all go. We all go.
Also, like, even with the political stuff, like, I can separate that. I could be criticized for that, but I can separate that from like the emotional human stuff under like incorporating it. Like, all of the stuff that he's talking about here, where it's like, he has a strong collective, like, we all stick together brotherhood sort of thing, and I don't know where that comes from. I'm not going to psychoanalyze to see where that's come from, but like, it's real pain. Like, you can tell when he's getting spoken to about Cardi and like the academics interview, when like he talks about Jay, when he talks about all this stuff, like, you can sense the real fucking pain in his voice every single time. Like, he loves these people. He wants to be together for, like, in unison and harmony forever. He wants to be understood. Like, I can sympathize and empathize and connect to that, even with the criticisms that I've laid bare. And I hope that to Kanye fans and stuff like that, which I am, I'm one of them. I'm one of you guys a bit. Like, I hope that you're able to see that I can, like, I appreciate I can appreciate his art. I can appreciate him as a human being and his pain and suffering. But I just have criticisms with some of his ideologies. That's it. I'm not discounting any of the great aspects of this, and I hope that you can kind of see that I'm not blinded by it. You know, I fuck with this. I fuck with this heavy. I like it a lot. It's just kind of weird because I didn't expect to see like the remnants of what would end up being his like anti-Semitic run.
Not just by myself looking for niggas like where's.
That's a Yeezus thing. There's like sounds very similar to a Yeezus.
She got the same shoes as my wife, but she copped them at all though. Modern day MJ with an off the wall flow.
It's so gorgeous. This track is amazing.
Walk all over me. Walk all over me. I'm delivering everything I've ever said to your brain. Fly, fly, fly overseas. Fly overseas, oh, anywhere, everything but in between. And you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife.
I just looked up. This is Sampha, unbelievably gorgeous. I've never heard Sampha before. Like, the parts here, it's stunning. This is fucking stunning.
Looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your night. Please face me when I speak. Please say to me something before you leave. You've been treating me like I'm invisible, not visible to you. Oh, the invisible truth stays so low. I don't quite understand the games you play. Understand, understand. Understand I'm standing on the rope, and I promise I wouldn't fall anymore. But I'm crawling at the bar. I wishing that you saw my scars, man. I wishing that you came down here and stood by me. And look at me like you knew me, but I feel so loved. Like I don't know anyone except the night sky above. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife.
I'm so glad that's how the track finished. The album finished. I'm so glad because like at the end there it was starting to get a bit disappointing for me. But that was an unbelievable track. It was this album's really good. This album's unbelievably good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I didn't expect the level of influence that I could hear from it. Like yeah, this is up there. This is a classic to me. I feel like it should be a classic. I will have to do Yay KSG and Daytona soon. Yeah. I love this album a lot. Thank you for watching. I hope my political stuff wasn't too annoying. I just think it's valuable because it's kind of like the elephant in the room, and I want to address it, and I want to address it tastefully. I don't want to. I hope that like if you're someone that's for whatever reason watching this and you're not a Kanye fan and you actually hate the shit that he's doing, I hope that you can watch this and you can see that like I treat and I do believe what his stuff has like decent gravitas to it, and I hope that if you're a Kanye fan that maybe even leans on the side of exonerating a lot of the stuff that he's done, which I don't think is valid, but you can have that opinion, we can have that disagreement, that you can see that I don't let it cloud my judgments of the art itself, unless it is directly a part of it, and even then I try and look past it a bit because art, like I can be okay with appreciating problematic art in my opinion. So like something like highlights, I can who cares? Like not who cares. I think it matters, but like I can look at the Farrakhan reference and be like, interesting, and have my criticism of it, but still appreciate the track and sonically because it doesn't take away the sound of fucking the song. Was brought up. Saint Pablo is a fucking unbelievable sounding song. Doesn't like him throwing some remnants of what would end up becoming, like. Doesn't take away from that the production on it and that Sampler has an amazing part, you know? Anyway, I hope that I was able to articulate myself well enough. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. If you watched until the end, you were literally godsend. I have my album reviews on Discord. You can always find them there. I post later on TikTok. Unedited reactions are always extremely early. And placed on my Patreon for months ahead. So this album, if this is the edited version, you're probably seeing this months after I've listened to it. So if you want to get extreme early access and all uncut albums, you can find it on my Patreon. It is $7 AUD, which is like $5 or $4 USD. So I hope that is not too expensive. And I appreciate any support that you guys give me. I love you all. Thank you for coming on the journey with me.